is for everyone. So just one just one more moment. Mm, Just one moment. Admit. I am doing moderation because I don't have an access to my AI agent. Uh, Zoom does not allow. I don't know why. Today, from the early morning, he declined access to my agent, and I am doing the moderation at the same time. So I've sent an agenda to you, but I'd like to start with local digital twin and opportunities we have because money matters and uh, just one moment. We have one more participants, and we've decided to help cities to find the real solution because it's the real problem. And from other hand, we will try to offer something real for startups, for companies, for SMEs, and uh, just one moment. We have just only 40 minutes. I like to invite Santiago. We'll talk about money, and then if will not be able to have everything, I'll send details to email because we have UN standards and we here talking and doing in Google Drive in at the backend. So Santiago, thank you for your time and you are welcome. I appreciate. The floor is yours. Oh, cannot hear. Unmute.
Thanks, Val. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's nice meeting you all. Today, I'm here to present a little bit in these 7 minutes our project, the LDT for SSC, and the funding opportunities that the cities and other entities have to finance their projects, their case studies, their local digital twins. And advance in the digitalization of the cities to improve public services. So first of all, what is the LDT for SSC? It stands for Local Digital Twins for Smart and Sustainable Communities. This is a EU-funded project under the Digital Europe program. It runs for 3 years. We are 9 entities from different backgrounds. And the project has 20 million of euros, of which 17 million is dedicated to funding pilot projects through open calls. But before going into the funding, let me briefly explain what is the project about. So the core idea of the project is to connect existing local digital twins and create a European Federation of Local Digital Twins. The idea behind is simple. Cities across Europe are developing similar solutions with local digital twins, and understanding a local digital twin as a city or community data-driven replica that can simulate scenarios, optimize public services, and make better and data-driven decisions. But sometimes these solutions are being developed in isolation. So by improving the interoperability across cities, communities, and countries, LDT for SCC allows them to share open source solutions and address common challenges. But it's not only about sharing resources to develop your own project. At the same time, the project supports the development of new services based on shared needs or shared challenges around city needs like energy, environment, traffic, water pollution, etc., etc. But a key component is also the development and testing of advanced AI-driven AI-driven services, which will complement the EU local digital twin toolbox and creating this stable demand from cities of these open source solutions that at the end can help to create this European market for data-driven urban solutions and reduce external technology dependencies. But just a little bit of the policy context. This project is aligned about the EU with the EU flagship policies like the Digital Service Act, the AI Act, or initiative like the EU LDT Toolbox, as I just said, but also the GAIA-X, or is contributing to the EDIC, the European Digital Infrastructure Consortium, dedicated to LDT and the Citiverse. So this project addressed to address key barriers to AI adoption in Europe, such as limited investment, fragmentation, lack of expertise, and by pulling demand from cities and creating this fair and open environment helps to scale up solutions and reduce this dependency on external technologies. But now turning to the funding opportunities, the LDT for SCC is launching 3 open calls structured around 3 work strands. I invite you to visit the website where you have all the information, but one work strand is to connect existing LDTs and create this European federation. This will support the seamless data exchange and interoperability. It's just to connect the cities, share the standards, and that's it. The work strand 2 is supporting the creation of new local digital twins based on shared challenges, pressing challenges for cities, as I said before. And the work strand 3 is for adding AI-based services to this local digital twin and contribute to the EU local digital twin toolbox. All in this work strand, pilots required to present use cases that are relevant to the cities, describe the technical architecture of the pilot and the case studies, the overall governance, the ethic and data protection, sustainability after the pilot ends, etc., etc. It's a competitive call, and we value all of these aspects. In terms of funding, briefly, each pilot project can receive up to 1 million of EU funding. There is a requirement of 50% of co-funding. And yeah, for example, the maximum EU contribution per partner is 500,000 euros. And another detail, for example, is that projects typically last between 12 and 18 months. And consortia should include at least 2 cities from different EU countries and associated Digital Europe program countries. But it's not only about cities, but also about companies, research organizations, and other actors that can contribute to this development and escalation of LDTs. In Europe, the call 1 was closed in January and allocated 2 million already. Close 2 is open, but it's closing very soon, 15th of April, and it aims to allocate 10 million. Then call 3 will open shortly, between 13th of May and 13th of July. And we aim to disburse the remaining funding, up to 17 million. And projects in this call 3 are expected to start at the end of 2026, after all the selection process, signature of the grant agreement, so on and so forth. Just to finalize, beyond funding, the project also provides some support to applicants. I mean, in the LDT website, LDT for SSC website, you can find a knowledge hub with information about technical and non-technical resources that cities and other entities need to take into account or to develop an LDT, a matchmaking platform to find partners. We also organize matchmaking events where people can meet and present, pitch their ideas. Also, we have a help desk for direct support. And also we are working in an interoperability blueprint is one of the flagships of the project that will be ready, open for everyone when the project is finished. Now a survey is open that you can also find in the website. Maybe I can send you the link now, and you can also have direct access. And then you will have full information about the calls and the application process. So that's it. Overall, is LDT for SSC is not only about funding projects, which is important, but is about building a shared, for the moment, European ecosystem for digital twins, enabling cities to collaborate and connect mature cities with less mature cities, scale solutions, and accelerate this digital, but also green transition. And more importantly, so we are actively, no, another message is that we are actively looking for use cases across Europe and associated dev countries that could be supported through our calls. So if you have already a mature local digital twin, or just not that mature, but still you are evolving from a data space to a local digital twin, and you are addressing an urban challenge like water, energy, air quality, floods, traffic, and you are interested in connecting with other cities, developers, partners, we encourage you to contact us via the website. For example, in 22nd of April, we will organize an LDT for SSC stakeholder forum together with another project, the Data Space for SSC project, where you can find more information about the calls but connect with potential partners. So, and also the information day of call 3 is also coming up soon. So happy to contact you, and I hope this was useful for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Santiago. I think we'll send all information you'd like to share using our newsletters, using our background activities. So, and I'd like to present Smart City Bundle concepts first of all, because we are working with smart cities globally in Canada, in Europe, in Asia, and we see a big problem. They are looking for solution, but we don't have it yet. So if you have any solution we can share with cities, you are warm welcome. We are ready to support your initiatives, to support your it technically in media, and I think we'll be able to do a lot of right and good things, including uh, capital fund. We are on the way to the virtual capital fund, and I think on the next event, on the next our meeting will be represented into details, because this is concept and we have a lot of solution, a lot of direction, a lot of possibilities, but we don't have a lot of companies would like to do the real things. And I appreciate Santiago for his time. And if you have any question, any offer, you're welcome. Take the stage and tell something about our initiatives. And if you have any question, by the way, I have the first question to you, Santiago. For example, can you imagine company from Canada would like to be a part of your project? They should open company in Europe, and after that they will be able to have funding. Is it correct? Uh,
Yeah, it is. It works like this. You need to have a legal representation in Europe,
yeah,
in the
thank you,
European
thank you,
Union. Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you. So I'm waiting for your question or your thoughts. You are welcome.
By the way, I'm sharing. I here I see some partners of our consortium among the participants, and I'm sharing
Fantastic.
the the survey that we are preparing. I don't know if you can, yeah, I don't know if you can scan
Mhm.
the QR, but is also is a bit is one of our milestones. This
Mhm.
interoperability blueprint. If you can have a look and spend time to fill it, it will be also very useful.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And I'd like to back to agenda. So, package sales for city. As I told, we have several city would like to have to find solution, and we are warm welcome to send details about your project. We'll get in touch with cities and offer your project to the cities, to the smart cities directly, because I see a big problem between solutions and cities. We have a gap and would like to be a bridge and to offer the real solution. And any city would like to have the real case with history history of success, but in effect we don't have it, and we'd like to help all project and to connect all project to uh, bundle and to prepare user-made solution for any city. For example, I am based in Calgary, and Calgary has the Wave Technological Center with their solution. And now I'm in Valencia, and Valencia has Valencia Smart Cities with their solution. And you have some solution here. For example, we had a panel about robotics, and Wandry Robotics offered the real robot for cities, and this is the present time. It is not science fiction for hospitality, for uh, tourism, etc., etc. We have a lot of opportunities, and they are looking for mm, partners. They are looking for some solution, IT solution, and you can offer it for to the real company and to implement it to smart cities. And we are on the way to the Citiverse. It's weird what we know about metaverse, but Citiverse, this is the next stage. This is metaverse for citizens and citizen-centric reality. And we have a lot of possibilities here, including funding, including possibilities in, and we'd like to offer, first of all, media support and technological support for all projects, and you can send a request to us and we can share one more attendee, and we can share it at the global stage and to represent it to the real city, to smart cities. I was expected to have a prince from Nepal, but he is not here, fortunately or unfortunately. But mm, we have absolutely difficult political situation in the world, and there are a lot of contacts from Dubai was not able to be with us because they had a problem with internet connection. It's unexpected, but we have the real world, and we can to do something real, and we'd like to offer something real for everyone. And the main theme of our event is equity. Equity in access, equity in solutions, equity uh, in getting funding, for example. And we'd like to offer all possibilities we have with you, and we'll share all information about your project, about your requests, who or what are you looking for, what do you need. We'll support all initiatives in our newsletter. We have about 3,000, more than 3,000 smart cities, professional, and I think you will be able to find right contacts or to find right way to growth, or in a couple hours we'll have AI market, and will represent possibilities in new economy. We'll have the first certification in digital twins from Libelium or Euro Toolbox, Antonio Jara. So it will be useful for citizens, for everyone, because we are uh, we are expecting that future will bring a big unemployment for different professional, for drivers, for I don't know, a lot of profession. But at the same time, we'll have a lot of new position, a lot of new job, and it's easy. It's easier. One click access. You should not be IT developer or IT professional, and you know. And if you have any question, you're welcome, because we have time, and I'd like to hear something or write to mm, to chat.
Hello, Val.
Fully agree,
Hello,
Val.
can you hear
Thank you
me?
so much for the mention. And I really think that maybe let me share my screen because I think I can inspire you a little bit. Um, and this is a little bit also about what you are discussing, and we are discussing here about what we understand about visualization. You see my screen, I guess, so you can see right now my screen. 1 second. I think 1 second. Let me see my screen. So if we using my screen, for example, we are working together with the local leader twin toolbox. Santiago presented very well in EDIC, and for example, we are working now what we call a specificity. That is an initiative, part of the one of the of the collateral projects from the toolbox, that is about how to make real practical and the Citiverse project. This is coming from a project called Sense that I highly recommend you to take a look. That is how to evolve the local digital twin toolbox towards the Citiverse. It's called Senseverse, senseverse.eu. And for me, this is very, very, very clear. For example, how we envision that should looks at Citiverse. For example, here we are envisioning how should looks in terms of having all the capabilities, for example, for simulations, to have the simulation where you can try, sorry, it's in Spanish, but you can try different scenarios like reducing the one street or enabling a new line in the metro, and having all this capacity to do the analysis and understanding, to have also the opportunity to understand all the events in real time, to have also the opportunity to monitor all the media and all the information coming from media, to have the opportunity to analyze all the information coming from videos like YouTube. And at the end of the day, to have an analysis to understand with machine learning all the different capabilities of the city in order to understand deeply all the casual relationships, etc. So for me, at the end of the day, Cityverse is not only about having a wow 3D visualization, that of course that is a key part of the Cityverse, but it's about having the data in the right format to guarantee also that we are able to provide the right capacity to offer decision-making tools, like how to guarantee we can understand, for example, here is doing traffic analysis, air quality analysis, cultural information for social media, sentiment analysis from videos, correlation, casual correlation between all the different data models, checking all the IoT signals from 21 districts, and ensemble all these models in order to finally understand in kind of casual effect graph what is the correlation. And then you can see, okay, what is my general score, what is the correlation events, what is the different parameters that are influencing. So for me, this is one kind of understanding or visualization empower. Power, you see the project is totally powered by different open source technologies and the sense project, how to guarantee that we can empower the citizens and the decision makers and the political people to offer this kind of tools to guarantee. And for me, that is really the challenge of enabling a city that is really practical and useful. And as I mentioned, this is part of SENSE project, the European project SENSE, where we are exactly ambitioning to have this kind of way to interact with the city. That, of course, you have the complementarity to visualize also in 3D as a very nice visualization, but that is, let's say, one complementary way to understand. But for me, the key starting point is to have real opportunity in order to answer to a specific question and to offer real capacity to understand in new ways to present the information, what is going on and what is really relevant. So yeah, so that is our understanding about how Cityverse, EDIC, the European Local Data Twin, the different technologies we are testing are finally translating into something very easy to understand by the politicians, by the citizens, and by the people in the city. And of course, in the underground, you have the toolbox, you have the standards, and you have the right technologies. But you need to, at the end of the day, for example, the digital twin that Santiago was presenting, if you don't have this kind of radar chart that easily you can enable or disable options, that is the way to go, because it's the easy to understand by anyone how to enable or disable different opportunities and see very clearly what is improving, what is getting worse, what is the general score, what is the general impact, what is the alternative. So working on Cityverse for me means working on understanding communication, working on how to guarantee people really understand what are the opportunities. So it's not about making fancy, amazing, and very wow effect visualization. That, of course, that is part of the show, but also to guarantee that people understand, and especially decision makers, why, and take the maximum value of the data coming from sensors, from the city, open data, and of course, of all the AI power to simulate, explore different scenarios. Yeah, and that for me is the key point. Yeah.
Thank you, Antonio. Yusuf, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you very much, Val. And it's been a wonderful session for the Citiverse Valencia here. I've been part of the sessions from the earlier hours. And myself, I am an MSc researcher at the International Hellenic University studying smart cities and communities and ICT system. And the ongoing research we have has to do with immersive digital twin, which is the key thing in these Cityverse we've been talking about. And the area we've been focusing on, I mean, just like we know, there's been a lot of concern with people. Let's take, for instance, the advent of AI. People are being scared it's going to displace them of their job. And the same thing happened for in robotic, and I had asked a question during the last session regarding that. So the research is actually focusing on how trust can be built between the city and the citizen, using this kind of immersive digital twin, which the Citiverse has been proposing. So there are research questions that have to do with how can user-centered design principles, how can they be systematically applied to improve the usability of XR-enabled digital twin platform for non-expert citizens, especially. So one thing we are going to discover is we are looking at this whole digital twin, the whole of the Citiverse, to some level, at some certain level, it feels very technical and very complex for an average citizen to be able to interact with, to be able to make decision of. And this aspect of our research is actually focusing on how we can improve participatory planning and data transparency for the city and the citizens of the city using good framework that will enable good HCI, which is good human computer interaction. So the reason why we need to address this is that because as I stated earlier, tools like this digital twin are too complex, and we need to make it inclusive, and we need to remove or reduce the technical barrier or barrier of entry for non-expert citizens of the city. So there are also other research questions such as what participatory model can or it is best to empower citizens to visual or immersive kind of technology, which is beyond just the passive visualization or the normal charts we've been used to in many digital twin models. So, and this is important because moving from passive viewing to active and co-designing kind of models, it can significantly transform civic engagement, and the outcome, I believe, is going to be more significantly inclusive for the citizens of the city. The one other key research question before I leave the ground to any other person who wants to speak is how can accessibility features be integrated? So we've been talking about digital twin. We're talking about how to bring the citizens to be able to participate in this digital twin, maybe via workshops. But how can we allow accessibility for people that require accessibility? What's it called? Helps. How can we allow them also able to make sense out of the data we are collecting from the city? How can we allow them to be able to participate in making decisions in the city? So these are key areas our research is currently focusing on. And we hope we'll be able to get collaborators. I'm working as a researcher, as I mentioned earlier, as an MSc researcher. But I'm hoping to be able to get collaborators with companies that are working on this urban digital twin or local digital twin, and see how these frameworks can be incorporated and make the digital twin or Citiverse more inclusive. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question. We have just 5 minutes, and it is possible we'll reconnect. And I'd like to ask 2 questions, I think, to you, Antonio. The first question, is it possible to integrate some solution to your framework as a product owner? And the second one, is it possible to resell your services at the global stage?
Thank you. Yeah.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
No, correct. No, from my side,
Yeah.
fully. I mean, of course, all the background solution behind all this is Iris 360, that is totally empowered by open source. So let me remark that when you have this kind of solutions, everything is empowered by open source. That is the reason why it's empowered. So let me share again my screen, very clear. But what is important for us is that first point is that we have Iris 360. So Iris 3, for anyone that wants to resell the value solutions, I highly recommend you to take a look to Iris 360 IoT. That is our platform where you can get inspired and build solution. So this is different. What I show you here is already the final visualization for the customer. But what I show you here is the builder. When you see, when I see the builder, that you go, for example, to the city of Cartagena, and you can see really the background, what are the entities. So you can see really, I can show you, for example, some real examples. So you go to the platform of Libellium, and you can partnership with us. You can get training in the Liberian Academy. You can get certified as a partner. You can build by yourself. For example, we are selling this in a lot of cities already in Portugal. We are reselling this with partners. We are reselling this in other regions in the world. So the idea is that at the end of the day, you can really, really work in the platform and build your different dashboard, your vertical. And for example, is all the dashboard in the city of Zaragoza, where you can see your workspace. Here you can add different ETLs for integrated data. You have data platform, data modeling, model same with Kubeflow. So you have different capacities, different model for traffic. You have models for also for enable different aspects related to for new dashboard related to other information that could be relevant about number of devices, number of entities. You can really have all the visualization, and of course, you have also all the digital twin, for example, for energy, so we can monitor in a very beautiful way for example, the grid, the different aspect of the grid. You can create vertical application. Even we are open to work with partners to make a special solution called whatever 360. That means labeling under Libellium product that you can build your vertical in order to say, okay, let me understand with this vertical solution, I can connect to one specific sensor, select one of the sensors. Let me go to the map to select one of the sensors, and you can connect. And this is a specific solution, for example, for energy monitoring. And you can create a specific solution, or you can go and also have solutions based on digital twin for prediction of traffic correlation with air quality. So again, you can create your own solution for traffic, for pollution. We have a lot of solutions also for people counting, indicators, people flow management, for solution focus in biodiversity, emissions, sustainability. So you can really go here. You can also be a reseller. You can see what is, as a reseller, you can have your own information about your customer, your stock. So you have your administration panel. You can build different dashboards for your customers. You can integrate your data from other platforms, your AI models. You can have here the device level management, where you can manage and configure the different devices and the different parameters in order to configure accounts. So when you are partners with Libellium, you will get all the training, the certification, the authorization in order to start building your own solution as part of all this. So that for me is very relevant. You can create your different, as I mentioned, different
Thank you.
capabilities.
1 minute to
Sorry, just a
disconnection.
second. I would like to ask Santiago if you have a few minutes
Please,
after the meeting is over, because we, as a startup, we are developing a real-time digital twin, but we're finding difficulties in finding cities that are open to explore pilots. So
We'll send all
yeah,
information to you to the Google Doc, because the time is up and we'll be disconnected soon in a couple
if you,
seconds.
Santiago, have a few minutes, maybe I can send you a link and
You can
talk a few
register
minutes.
to Portal and to have connection with Santiago directly, I think. Is
All
it?
right.
Thank you.